Good afternoon, happy stampers, and welcome to my happy stamping studio. This is Judy Anderson with judystamps.com, and today we're going to be doing a thank you card that can be made for military, community service people. This is a brand new bundle that has come out, and it is called the Service Essentials. And we are going to be doing thank you for your service, which I think is just a general thank you. We're going to be using some of these die cuts also. I love our new packaging, you guys. It makes it so easy. But what I do is I actually take my stamps and my dies. I remove the die from the one envelope and put it in here when they come in bundles like this. Then I will slip my stamp set between the front and back cover of the stamps, and then slip my dies in between the front and back of the die sleeve in there. So they're stored together, a lot less space. It's so much fun. So I am going to be also using our Wonderful Star Puffy accents. These coordinate with this. You can use these for anything actually, but they're fun. They are dimensional, so they add a little bit of dimension to your cards or your project. I have some real red, some Night of Navy, and white cardstock. I also have a piece of scrap here, which we're going to be stamping some stars onto. My inks are Night of Navy and Real Red. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be using the Real Red or not. Or yes, I am. I'm going to be doing two of the stars in the Night of Navy, and then I'm going to do one star in the Real Red. I forgot my blocks. Go to the other side. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and mount our star onto our block, and we are going to tap, tap, tap. Now this is a new stamp set, so I am going to practice first to see if it's fully covered when I stamp, and it is great, you guys. If it wasn't, I would just kind of rub it on a piece of paper and get that film from manufacturing off of there. Sometimes there's a film on there. You notice it more on your more solid stamps, but that's just a little tip for you. So we're going to stamp 3 stars here. So we're going to stamp a Night of Navy. Look how nice and crisp that is, you guys. Another Night of Navy. Ooh, I am loving that stamp. Hopefully I didn't stamp too far down. Clean my stamp really well. And then let's open our Real Red. So if you're coming in, please say hi. Let me know where you're coming from. I am going to get on my feed right now to see all the comments. So let's see. Hello, everybody. So we're going to ink up our red. And you do want to remember to clean your stamps right away. And this red is going to stain the stamp, but that just shows it's loved, right? But if you can get it clean pretty much right away, it won't stain it too bad. If you let that ink sit on there, it does absorb it. There we go. Okay, so now we need to cut those out. So we're going to take our coordinating dies. Let me move all this out. And we're going to take our cut and emboss machine. So with the cut and emboss machine, when we're using our dies, we need platform 1, platform 2, a bottom plate, and a top plate. Okay, so we've got these. Let's go here and find our coordinating stamp. I will often make cards for our service members and send them in for them to use. We have different organizations in my town that will send care packages to military people. And I find that it's satisfying to give, you guys. You know, they are giving their all for us and protecting us. So I feel the least I can do is supply cards that will bring a smile to their face. You know, some service members don't have people that are sending them things, and this is just a great way to say, "Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for your service." So I am using this post-it note because I want to make sure that my die does not slip. So this is just holding it on there. Oops, there goes my stamp. Okay. So I see people coming on. Hello, hello, everybody. Okay, that's our second star. We've got our last star here. So, go into your community and, there are VFW posts and different organizations that send care packages. Some churches do even. I have a church in town that does. And so I will make up a bunch of cards, just general. Some of them just say, "Hey, how you doing?" And then, in the inside put, "Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do." Whatever, is in your heart, you guys, because they surely appreciate it. I have some friends whose husbands are in the service, and they are always saying that the guys appreciate getting cards and gifts. Okay, so we have this piece here. Now, before I put my stripes on there, I'm going to get my sentiment here and put that on here. Now, I want it down here in the corner, so I'm going to line it up where I want it. Okay, then I'm going to take my block and line it up on the side here and the bottom side. Right like that. Okay, I'm actually, because there's a lot of red on here, I am going to do it in the Night of Navy. Now, you could do Night of Navy stripes. You could do both. You could add crushed curry in there for gold look. Now, when I line this up, I'm lining this up to the edges, just like that, and it should be straight. Even though it's not on my block straight, I lined it up so that it was straight. There we go. Make sure you clean it right away. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Be sure you say hi. I know I have several people coming in on Facebook and several of you coming in on YouTube. Okay, so we have this. Oops, I forgot my adhesive, you guys. Hang on. I switched my camera to the other side of my cabinet or my countertop, and I'm used to having everything handy right there. I mean, I have it positioned on the other side, so I know where everything is. So I'm going to have to coordinate everything again. So these two strips, now I just use scraps, you guys. I went into my scrap bin and just got scraps and cut them. These two are cut a little bit shorter intentionally. I don't want to, you could line it up perfectly like this, okay? But I don't want to do that. I want to line the top one and the bottom one up, and then these are going to go off to the side like that. And what that's going to do is that's going to create a little bit of movement with your eyes and change that up a little bit. Let's not always be so straight and proper. Let's kind of be a little bit rogue. Let's be like Tammy. Okay, get that on there. And I am just eyeballing this, you guys. Nothing perfect. Okay, now I'm going to put this bottom strip on next. I'm going to move these out of the way because I want to be able to see this. So I'm going to take this and just eyeball it. And you're not going to be able to tell if it's off a little bit because when we put these on, once again, we're staggering those. So your eye is going to go to the movement. And we're going to be adding embellishments on top of this. So this one I'm going to put off to the left. Okay. And then this one I'm going to put off to the right. So I have a few nephews that have served in the services. I've got cousins and an uncle that served in the service. So this is really dear to my heart, you guys, giving back to those who serve. And we have, my son has a friend who is a fireman. And my grandmother actually worked at the police department for many, many years. And that was a lot of fun, actually. And she lived down the street from the fire marshal. So we got to know many of the service people in our community growing up. And so this is just something that comes naturally to me. How many of you do that? Hey, Debbie, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Miss you, girl. I gotta give you a call. We're gonna be seeing each other in a couple weeks, and I need some information from you. Okay, so here we go. We've got that. Now we've got these stars. We've got 2 blue and a red. So you can choose to line these up. You could be, let's line them up straight and perfect and like that. But you guys know me. That is not me. I am going to flip these over. I'm going to put them on dimensionals. So we were spoiled yesterday, you guys. We had beautiful weather. It was in the 60s here. And actually on Sunday it was beautiful too, and we spent some time outside with the dogs. Oh, tax season work. Isn't that fun? I haven't even begun mine. So Debbie is a she's a self-employed. Let me see, Marty. Can't see what I'm doing? I'm on camera. Oh, I see. There we go. You're looking in the vertical. I am so sorry. I didn't even notice that. I actually, you guys, I use a streaming service and I forgot that they do it in 2 different ways. They do one vertical and one horizontal. So you are absolutely right. I'm so sorry. So what was I saying? Debbie is a self-employed bookkeeper. Yes. So I want to take this one and I'm not going to keep it on there. I'm going to actually bring it down. I'm going to twist it a little bit and I'm going to bring it a little bit farther to the left. Now we have our red star. So yeah, if you guys if I'm out of camera view, let me know. Okay. It's a little bit tricky now with them doing it in 2 positions. Okay, so that we could stop right here, you guys. You could add on some glitter or whatever else, but I want to use these puffy stars. I just think they're great. Now, let me know, do you think we should place them on here or do you think we should place them off? Because that's going to make a difference of which stars I use. We have small night of navy and small white, or large night of navy and large white. So give me a comment. If you're on YouTube, I cannot see your comments, unfortunately, but I will look at those afterwards, and I always respond to you guys. You guys know that. So I have a view on my Facebook. I know I have some of you over there on YouTube. Okay, nobody's going to answer me. So I'm going to do them off. Okay, and I am going to do them all white. And so let's just scatter these. Let's just make a triangle right here, right in the center. Oh, I'm going to bring this one up a little bit. Okay, so that now we have 6 elements on here. I want to add an odd number. So I am going to take a knight of navy and put it down here. Okay, so that is our 7th element. And we're still forming a triangle here, or we have a triangle here. We've got this triangle, we've got this triangle, this triangle, this triangle, this triangle. So we've got a bunch of triangles on here. So this is our card. Very simple. But who wouldn't love to get this card? You know, put a smile on somebody's face. Now, oops, I didn't bring my white. I will put a mat of white on the inside and I will leave it blank because that way, when I donate the card, either the organization can write something in there to the person, or if they're sending cards to military families to write, they can leave it blank and send it off that way. But even, I know the firemen and the policemen in our community would just love this card. And I do little note cards like this, you guys, and I hand them out. So if I'm walking downtown and I see a police officer, I tuck a little candy like a Ghirardello or something in there in the envelope and I hand it to them. I says, "Here, this is for you." And, it puts a smile on their face and makes them feel appreciated. So I'd like to thank all of you guys for joining me today. And until we meet again, everybody, happy stamping.